everybody, welcome back to the video. I'm Propulsive Gaming here, and today we're playing some more Bloons Adventure on Tower Defense, and today we are doing the Ultimate Commander Cassie Guide. So Commander Cassie is one of those towers who is really good, but it's kind of like C4 Charlie in the fact that she has two split paths, and unfortunately, they're both really good, and it can be very difficult to choose between them. One thing you will notice is that they both have two upgrades. It's not a single upgrade, so you're not choosing this over this. You're choosing this and this over this and this, which makes it a little bit of a harder decision than a single upgrade. Overall, though, Commander Cassie is an insanely good tower, and even if you completely ignore the others and just look at her base skills, you have sonar. What is sonar rate? Just increase range. I never realized what it does. It just leads to this, which gives her camera protection and increases her range a little bit, not much. She has her amazing missiles, which are super powerful. And at level 7, you fire multiple at once. I believe it's 4, but I'm not quite sure. You have her planes and Scramble, which is super good. Play some more of Cassie's allies because she can have Cobra and Technological Terrors. So those upgrades alone are insanely good. But then you get to the two split path decisions. Do you go triple barrel, or do you go Bloontonium tips? So, triple barrel, I'm going to say the simple as this. If you have, like, Demon Heart, or Damage Rings, Goo Meter, that stuff, and you're equipping them to her, or giving her damage buffs, triple barrel will be better for straight-up DPS. It just will be. But, another positive of Bloontonium tips, so Bloontonium tips increases the damage, and it can pop any balloon type. So, if you don't have Robo Monkey Visor, or you don't want to equip it, because maybe you're very low on trinket slots, like you only have at level 3 or 4, then Triple Notes is probably, or not Triple Notes, Bloontonium Tips is probably going to be your best bet. Also, if you don't have her at level 5 left, or level 5 yet, then Sidewinder Strike, the secondary upgrade from going Triple Barrel path, isn't worth it. So the Mounted Mauler is going to be much more beneficial. So Mounted Mauler, by the way, places all missiles with powerful mode maulers for extra damage against mobs. It's not that dramatic, but it does increase your damage by quite a bit with the missiles, especially if you have a map where her range, there's not a ton of loops, like it's a very straight map, she didn't get a ton of area to attack. Mounted Mauler can be quite a bit better. But the Sidewinder Strike ability is super powerful, because it transforms the planes into, as the description says, jets, which basically replaces all darts with rockets that do way more damage. You can think of it kind of like the Spectre and stuff from BT6. Imagine it normally only fires darts, or maybe more like the Never Miss Targeting. So it fires darts, and then turn all those darts into missiles from the Temple of the Sun God. It's so broken. It's a really good upgrade. It's an ability, of course, though. And one thing I will say with that is it pairs really well with Plasma Goggles, because the abilities, well, not necessarily abilities, but Plasma Goggles buff works so well for the Sidewinder Strike. The combo of the two is a really insane ability. So if you do go that path, I definitely recommend Plasma Goggles, and obviously if you do go that path, you probably want to go for Robo Monkey Visor. Beyond that, I like going Jetpack, so you don't have to place her on water. I do, for example, have Lady Rainicorn, so if you do too, it's not as necessary, but it's still a nice thing, gives a bit more mobility and just a couple more options with where you want to place her. Beyond that, you want basics, damage, attack speed. Prioritize attack speed because she, like Super Monkey, cannot have the Baker Shard, so attack speed's a little bit harder to come by. There's not nearly as many areas where you can get it. But that's pretty much it. You definitely don't want her, to equip any support trinkets to her. Her main support comes from Scramble, which in itself is super useful, but trinkets, support trinkets, because she's a very high DPS tower, it's not really a good idea. So anyways, that's pretty much it in terms of talking about our upgrades and trinkets. Let's get into actual game. First, wait, almost forgot. Weapon! Dragon Fang. It's a dart tower, obviously. There's not much more to say. Dragon Fang is the best. If you don't have Dragon Fang, a much weaker version, but still a decent version, is the Lightning Bolts. It's pretty good. It also gives a lot of range, which is quite nice. Otherwise, a solidly good one is Frozen Throwing Knives. It may not sound like a lot, but it's a lot better than you think, because those 3 balloon popping shards that they split into carry your damage buff, so it basically quadruples your damage. It's pretty insane. They're not the best all the time, but if you don't have one of the better weapons, you definitely want to go with these. But anyways, since I have Dragon Fangs, we're going to get into this. We won't be able to start with her straight away, so I have a little bit of an Eco Fin build. Not perfect, because I sort of just quickly put it all together. But it'll do the job. Let's pick a random map. You know what? Sure. Balloon Beacon map, I like doing it on these because it encourages that it's a random map because, well, the Balloon Beacon happens randomly. I don't choose what it is. It makes it not my decision, which I prefer because I don't want to be the one making the decision. Wait a second. Do we have C4 Charlie equipped? Because otherwise I have to restart. And we don't have C4 Charlie equipped. Do we? Okay, we do have Commander Cassie. Good. I was just going to double check that, but I have to equip not Commander Cassie, C4 Charlie, because I am still going to test out both paths, even though the build I'm using is more focused on the left path. Because overall, I think it's probably better. Though honestly, I'm a little split. I've used both a lot, and I'm still not entirely confident which one is better. Though with Cobra, I'm willing to bet that the left path's a little bit better because of the fact that it's an ability. With Cobra, the half cooldowns, it's a really significant buff to it, so it's a little more complicated. Oh, we don't even have Finn. Whatever then. Sai, I think, has trinkets. Sure, we're gonna get some money then, because he's actually expensive. She is expensive. Commander Cassie is expensive. Both Sai and Commander Cassie, they're both girls. I like no idea why I said he. I guess Cobra. Cobra's a boy, so not entirely false. I have auto start turned off. That's always, and I didn't even turn it back on. There we go. That should get that out of the way. But yeah, Commander Cassie honestly has become one of my favorite characters. I always liked her, and she was always really powerful, but it's not till recently, I want to say since I did the 2-town pop wall with her, that I realized just how insanely good she was. Because she's really so powerful, and I severely underestimated her. She's a hard tower to get. I believe, what's the other character? I think her and Juggernaut Max are the only ones that you get from playing on extreme difficulty. So, yeah, you don't get her very early on. But once you get her, she's really powerful because the triple barrel and plutonium tips, you have access to those straight away. The only upgrades that are locked are Sidewinder Strike, Missile Barrage, and I want to say Scramble requires level 3. I think. Though it might have been Advanced Warheads. I just know that really it's just these two upgrades that are locked. The level 3 one, truthfully, you should get level 3 pretty quickly, but if not, I'm pretty sure it's either Scramble or Advanced Warheads, which are pretty good, but they're not absolutely necessities, so you should still be good. But yeah, I don't know. She's really, really powerful. She does insane bad balloon damage, insane mob damage. The support through Scramble with Cobra and all that is super helpful. She's just overall a really, really powerful tower, and it's really fun to use. Anyways, Commander Cassie time. As you can see, pretty good. Not a huge range, but there are a couple more range upgrades to come. We'll get some camera protection. That's another great thing. She is a camera protection upgrade, so you don't have to waste a trinket slot on that. I say waste, though. I mean, the range buff you get is pretty significant, but, I mean, you still don't really want to use it as a trinket slot. You'd rather have increased damage or attack speed because that's usually better. So, in terms of her, she's interesting because Commander Cassie, although a lot of her damage in the form of darts is in close range, both her missiles and planes are global range towers, which is really good. Her missiles, I believe, do the same amount of damage or similar amount of damage to the missile, trinket that you equip, so a lot more damage to Morb class balloons than regular balloons. And then you can go even further and get the Morb Mauler upgrade to demolish mobs even more. I'm going to go for that path second, though. First path we're going to go for is the top left path. Well, it's top here because I'm going in terms of the plane path, but technically it's the left path. I guess really you're choosing between, you're choosing a various dart upgrade, but really you're choosing between, do I want to upgrade my planes or do I want to upgrade my missiles? Do I want to turn my missiles into more maulers, or do I want to turn my planes into, jet planes, which are way cooler? But anyways, we have Scramble, which means 2 more Cobras, even more money making. It's incredible. Honestly, one of the best reasons. Commander Cassie, that was used to be the only reason I used her. I'm like, well, I want more Cobras. Obviously, I want more money making. And then I realized, wait a sec, she does insane damage too. Guess she's just one of the best towers in the game. Though honestly, she's probably second or third best. I honestly forget. I'm pretty sure when I did my tower ranking, I put her second, I think. If I didn't put her second, she definitely deserves to be second, but I'm pretty sure she was second. Though honestly, you could easily argue that she's a better tower than Super Monkey, because in a lot of ways, no, I want the wrong, whatever, I guess we are going the more Mauler path first. Misclick. Annoying, because the planes went from top to bottom, because I upgraded, because I think it goes in order when you can buy them. I didn't like that though, that was annoying. Whatever, what can you do? What was I talking about though? Right, you could totally argue that Commander Cassie is significantly better than Super Monkey, because, well, Commander Cassie might be significantly better than Super Monkey, just an insanely good tower. Yeah. I know, I think last time I was talking about, well, we need to find a new challenge between PB and Super Monkey. I'd probably include Commander Cassie too, because Commander Cassie is really, really good as well. So, you know, Commander Cassie, Super Monkey, PB apparently. Who's the best? We need to figure that out. Who is the Supreme Tower of the Universe? Supreme Tower of the Universe. I guess that makes it sound more exciting. But I don't know what a good challenge is. I need a good challenge. I guess theoretically I could do like a basic Mushroom Games thing. Like, there's so many options, but I don't really know what to do. So I'm still hoping one of you guys will give me a suggestion, but you haven't yet. So I still need a suggestion. It's been a little while, not too long, just a day or two, but I'd still really appreciate it because I still don't really have any ideas. But yeah. So Plasma Goggles, as I will show, it does go a good combo because it affects all of the plane darts, which is super useful, though obviously not a very long ability length. But it works way better with the missiles. In part because I'm pretty sure the missiles don't actually have black balloon pop power, so giving them access to all balloon pop power is really effective. It does a great job. I just realized, are those more ballers brown? Or is that just because they're moving so fast? They look brown to me, like sort of like the golden, rusty, bronzy brown. I don't know, maybe, yeah, kind of bronze. Is it just me, or do they really look bronze? Yeah, that mold just died. It's hard to tell, honestly, because she does just so much damage in all of her different methods that do you notice the more Mauler that much? No, not really. It helps, but you don't notice it that much. Overall, Commander Cassie is just an insanely good tower. In terms of upgrades, by the way, actually, I'll go over this now because I'm going to be selling. I'm going to be buying to get the other path, which we're going to throw over here, because why not? So first priority is definitely cam protection. Because camera balloons obviously increase range. I'd probably say the missiles next, because her missiles are just so powerful, honestly. Then you want to prioritize the darts so that you could get Scramble, obviously, for your allies. Scramble's pretty important. Arguably, that should be first, but if you're trying to solo, probably cam protection first. But probably before missiles, you want to go planes for Scramble. But obviously, I already had that, so it didn't really matter. Then you want to prioritize, well, I guess prioritize, you have to get all the plane upgrades anyways. You want to get your darts, then missiles, then probably the ability / normal upgrade, Sidewinder Strike. So I'm going to wait for Plasma, actually no, let's show it once without Plasma Goggles. So as you can see, it's normal darts, except they fire homing missiles. I believe it's 2 at a time, they fire homing missiles like a spectre. Each one basically turns into a mini spectre. And as you can see, no balloons are making it onto screen. Absolutely no balloons, but as you can also see, they don't have black prop power, which is why them plus Plasma Goggles is insane. Also, with Cobra, the ability cooldown's almost permanent. If you had, like, Baby Tooth or something, it would be full uptime. It's pretty ridiculous. So you know what? This is too easy. When did I slow down time? We need a difficult round. On round 60, we're gonna do we go to round 60? Sure. I'm gonna let you monitor this for a little while. It shouldn't take too long to make it to round 60. We're gonna activate both abilities, and you're gonna see the absolute carnage, because these ability combo is ridiculous. Honestly, that's the main reason I say go this path. I mean, triple outs is nice and all, but honestly, the turning the planes into specters and then giving them Plasma Goggles, it's insane. Like, honestly, you're shooting plasma missiles, homing plasma missiles from like 5 planes. It's absolutely absurd. It's so powerful. But you know what? I'm exaggerating. Well, I don't know if I am exaggerating. It's honestly been a little while because I was testing up the C4 Charlie, the Moromola path, for so long because I wanted to see if it compared. It does, but not enough. You know what? Here's a good test. Not really. As you can see, wait, what? Oh, right. So, I guess it turns out they're a little... I guess I didn't know this. They act like PB's ability. When the round ends, they turn back to normal plane, which I don't like. I hate when that happens. I really wish that wasn't true. It's just annoying, and it just makes things more complicated, because some abilities do it, some abilities don't. Most do, but then there's also a couple that don't, and if they don't, you don't expect them to do, but then sometimes they do anyways. It's weird, and it's irritating. Speaking of which, have a wonderful Sunday. I know that has nothing to do with it, but you know what? It's Sunday. You should have a wonderful Sunday. Going back back to Terraria for a quick second, since we have a tiny bit of time, because it's been a little while since I talked about it. Almost done. So I had to beat the Empress of Light 12 times to get the Kaleidoscope. If you didn't know, Empress of Light is the light boss. It's 1 in 4 chance of dropping Kaleidoscope, which is a weapon I needed for my Summoner playthrough. And it took me 12 fights to get it, which was pretty ridiculous. But then you can fight it on daytime, where it one-shots you. And anyways, here's the abilities. I'll get back to that in a second for anyone who's interested. But actually, you know what? That's a little more lame than I was expecting. It was still pretty good, okay? It was pretty insane damage. But then the triple out is also absolutely absurd. As you can see, it works really well. Overall, though, Commander Cassie, just an insane tower. But quickly back to my thing in Terraria. In daytime, it's a nighttime boss, but if you fight it in daytime, she one-shots you. But if you beat her, without dying, obviously, you get a super special weapon that you can only get during daytime, which is cool. But anyways, back to this. That's sort of it for Commander Cassie. Commander Cassie is a really good tower. She has a bunch of really good qualities. Just does insane damage. If you want to decide, hey, should I upgrade Commander Cassie or Captain Cassie? Unless you want to have both at level 7, which I kind of did. You want to go with Commander Cassie. She is so much stronger. Just don't make the mistake. Commander Cassie, such a good tower. Definitely top 2, 3, first, I don't know. Somewhere in the top 3 is where she sits. Anyways, though, please consider the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribing, join the Purple Elephant Squad. It makes my day super nice, and I really do appreciate it. We're getting close to my new goal of 800. I think I was saying getting close. I'm pretty sure we're 4 away. I should have listened to you when I set the goal to 800. You're like, oh, that's going to take a week. Probably should have listened because it's been a week and we're almost at 800. So, yeah, we're literally 4 away, which is nutty. I don't know. I guess I really do need to set a real challenge. I keep thinking, well, if we go up by 50, then it'll make it a hard challenge. No, it will not. So, you know what? Keep up the good work. For all I know, we'll probably be at 800 today. But you know what? Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!